welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today, a couple things to do. First, I want to announce a trailer giveaway that we're going to be doing on Sunday's video. So now is your chance to enroll. It's going to be the one that we've done for the past about 5 months now, where you're going to get your choice between 3 different trailers. Number 1 is going to be the SmithCo side dump. That is from ATS Trucks and Trailers Reviews. Second option is the 2025 Dryvan from Sartana Modding. And then 805 Modding's Versamaxx. Those are your 3 options. I'll have them listed down in the description so you can pick from them. All you have to do, pick which one you would want to win. Put that down in the comments. That enters you in. And if you win, well, I'll get it for you. That's pretty much how it goes. Timestamps down below in the description. As always, feel free to move about the cabin. What we really want to get to here is a new release from PIzzster Modding. It's a free trailer if you have the 389. So if you go on to access your downloads on PIzzster's website, then just go to the 389 and there's like 5 or 6 different drop downs there, and one of them is for this Tremcar. That's the trailer that you're looking at today. We're going to go through some of the build options. There's not a whole lot at all. Then we're going to get on the road and take a drive. So that is what we're doing here. All right, so options on this thing. It's a free trailer, absolutely free. Not really anything much like it in the game, the way it's built and laid out and everything. Chain type, single. Body, aluminum tanker. Chassis, 3-axle tri-neck. Then you get a couple options. You can pick, customize your color to whatever you may want to be, and it gets colored in down here. I'll show you with more of a bright color. So that's basically what the paint is going to be like on that. Or just leave it blank, or make it black, whatever you want to do. Accessories, again, not a whole lot of options. We're just looking at lights. You can get custom nodes if you have the PIzzster light pack updated. There is actually tons of lights that you can put on this. And in this instance, that's probably how I would do it. Because, well, I mean, you don't have a whole lot of options on the build, so you might as well just deck it out with a whole bunch of lights, to be honest. I hate putting a whole bunch of lights on it. For those who don't like putting a lot of lights on them, here are your colored lights. If I hit the lights, you see a couple here, one in the back, one in the middle. Or we could do the same thing, but they're not colored lights. So they're more... Isn't that right? Oh, I gotta turn that off. As these change from orange to white. You actually still have an orange one in the back and an orange one there, so it looks like the only ones that aren't colored are in the front. So you still get... So it's pretty basic. Up to you whether you want to put all those lights on it. Obviously, you can do the wheels and the tires. And then the 2 options you have in the back here, you can get a license plate. You might want to throw Missouri on there if you want, or wherever you want. Let's throw in Georgia, doesn't matter. And the rear lights, basically the same thing. You can have your custom nodes and go to town. I mean, there's not a ton of lights here. Options just like there are on the side. But then you could also go with the colored lights. Leave those lights on. Actually have a little bit of a beacon here. That's pretty cool. Or the stock Tremcar lights, where you're not going to have, if you turn the lights off, you're not going to have any colored lights. So white by default and red when they're on. So that pretty much wraps up all of the options for this Tremcar. It's not about the options. It's just to drive something new. And quality itself is actually pretty decent. And it's a free trailer if you have the 389. Not a bad thing. So if you're on the fence about the 389, I know it's a little bit up there compared to some other mods, but if you haven't seen all the options, all of the dedication that PIzzster and Damo have been doing on this, the updates, how quick they get them out, the customization, the community, if you're still not sold, you get a free trailer. Okay, not too bad. And like I said, not another one quite looking like this in the game, so not too bad. Even went to a little bit of detail, even though we don't have options with the boxes. Nice chrome finish on it. As always, the quality is there with PIzzster. All right, so let's go ahead and grab a load. And just to show you real fast, it basically has two loads. You've got ethanol, which is coming in at 45,000 pounds, or you've got crude oil coming in at 94,000 pounds. Decide, is it going to be a heavy haul, or is it going to be a pretty average haul? That's pretty much what it comes down to on the loads. Obviously, we don't see anything, but those are your two options. I do like, obviously it would be great to have more options, but you know, it's a free trailer. It's showing up everywhere. I've already done a couple loads with it, working just fine. And if you're not going to have like a huge variety of loads, I like the fact that you have like a mid, you know, kind of a low mid weight option. And then you also have a heavier option because a lot of us like to haul heavy. So good that it's there. Today, we are actually going to be picking out a trip from St. Joseph in Missouri to Kirksville in Missouri. We're going to be taking ethanol from Dow to Amerigas in Kirksville. And we're looking at, because it's ethanol, 45,661 pounds. And the trip should be about a little over 3 hours. So we're going to stay within Missouri today because why? Why not? I haven't had a chance to really show a video in the north part of Missouri yet, so might as well go ahead and do that. We're picking up a load here, again, at Dow, and this is how I have her picked out. Kind of went with a teal. The teal translates on the truck, and then it's kind of a light blue. It actually, in the shop, it looked more like, I don't know, I guess I'd call it a mint chip kind of build. I haven't really built one like this in a while. The truck, if you are not familiar, is Hatreyu's FLC. It is a paid mod, and you contact him, or at least I did when I bought it like 3 years ago. I just went ahead and contacted him through Facebook Messenger, and I can't remember what this was literally the first payware truck that I've ever bought, and it continues to be one of my favorite. Some people kind of are like, I don't have a whole lot of options on the inside. You do have quite a bit on the outside, but on the inside, it is sparse in terms of options. But the way it's set up, if you haven't seen this truck already, let's take a look. It's just like, it's got the whole feel. Even when the lights come on, it's very mild. It's like when it gets dark, you can definitely notice. And one thing you'll notice is it'll slightly start to hit the rims of the bezels on the gauges. And you already have this, I don't know, for best way to describe it, it's kind of like, it's an older style truck. So you're going to get, the lights aren't going to be too bright. It's going to be concentrated in certain areas. It looks really realistic, especially with all the shadows. We're all in the shadow right now, but the way it looks, the way it feels, the way it drives, the position of the mirrors, it's still one of my favorite trucks. Definitely on my top three, if not my first one, because I don't know, I've always loved this truck. So let's go ahead and get her fired up. We have a little over 3/4 of a tank of gas. Get the parking lights on. Probably get the windows down too. And engine it's a 500 horsepower DD60 from Z-Mods. It's the Gen 5 version, the latest version that he has. And Fury 6 is 15 speed is what we're running. It's an RT version, so it's a typical H pattern with a 3.55 differential. So let's go ahead, hop on over, and start picking her up. We'll get another look at this Tremcar. We're going to get a couple looks on the drive, but gotta love it for a free trailer, huh? Props to PIzzster and Damo. I gotta switch that view. I didn't mean to have that view in there. Maybe I don't have that view programmed. I think I'll do that as soon as I get this load up and running. I haven't run in this profile in quite a while. Thought I was there. There we are. Alright, parking brake on. That's a weird view, just looking back. Haven't run that in quite a while. Let's go ahead and pick up the cargo. I'm going to fix that view so we're top down, and I'll be right back. All right, loading the cargo. Be underway about 11:30. Looks like. Not bad. So I did have it set up the right way. For whatever reason, that view was taking me backwards, so I put it back to the roof menu, but it doesn't have a swivel option where you can like turn your head and look to the side. But I thought that'd be better than having something looking at the reverse angle, so that's our roof angle for today. Let's go ahead and get her going. And I will leave this up so you guys can see what gears I'm in and everything. We're going to start at bottom left and first. Got our four ways on. Could turn the beacons on as well. Oh, now that's different. Oh, okay, I thought it was just going to be roof again. Yeah, a lot of good detail on this trailer. I'm a fan. And on the truck itself, got matte black on the grill and matte black on the tanks. Pretty cool option. For those of you who are not familiar as much with Hatreyu, he's got his own channel where he's doing videos. But he does a lot of packs. Like he's got a pack for the, I think he's got a pack for the FLB. I think he's got a pack for the default. What is it? Oh, I can't remember the number. One of the default SCS Internationals. So he does a lot of packs, pays a lot of attention. Like, look at the shadows on the inside. It's looking good. The coloring of the gauges and everything looks like it's really, like it's 3D, it's inlay. It looks so good. So I don't even care if I don't have a ton of options on this. I'm not looking for options. I'm looking for the look. And this is a great 1980s FLC, for sure. I feel like it should have started opening a lot sooner. Make sure we clear it. That's really where we're using the hood mirrors. Alright, we'll get the four ways off. We'll get the beacons off. I'm going to go ahead and leave the window down so you can hear this DD60 for a little bit. When we get on a highway, it gets a little too loud, then I'll roll them up. We turn right here? No. So the only thing that I would, if you're going to call it like complain about or say like I wish it was a little bit better, and there really only is one thing. I wish that GPS, because there's only one option for GPS, I wish it was brighter. It's a little hard to see. Maybe it's more realistic. I wouldn't know because I'm not an actual truck driver, but that's the only thing that I would want. Everything else is just kind of, you know, I don't need all the bells and whistles. I need a good foundation, and that's exactly what this truck provides. Great visibility. As we come up to speed here. Still going straight. Oh, a little bit of a lag. Guess we don't have to run in that tree, huh? Thought that guy had a stop. Sorry, he does have a stop. Look at that. Come on, guy. Which right? We getting on the freeway here? Looks like it. Alright, we'll get the windows up now. So an old classic in this FLC meets a new gen engine with this DD60. I'm just loving this engine. I've been putting this thing in everything. Probably could have gotten down to 6th on that one. Get over here to the right. In the slower lane, as we're trying to get our way up to 55. So a lot of updates, especially with trailers still coming out. Lots of improvements, bug fixes all around. I feel like the last 2 weeks have just been crazy for updates. Every time I sit down to get in the game, I spend at least 15 minutes downloading some new stuff, updates and stuff like that. Any suggestions that you guys have for a truck or trailer that you want me to take a look at, you can drop that down in the comments too. As we're already speeding, it's only 55 here. We're gonna have to slow way down. Alright, we're just gonna hit the cruise. I wasn't sure whether I needed to put a 355 differential on here or a 3.7. I went with a 355. But if you guys know, Fury 6, when you get the 15-speed transmission and shift pattern from him, it's offered in 2 versions. One's an RTO, that's a U-shaped shift pattern, and the first initial gear is like 16.9 or 16.8 or something. So you definitely don't need anything like a 3.7 or 3.9. And I had a 3.7 and I only was able to get max like 54 miles an hour or something like that, up above 1700 RPMs. So I was like, let me bring it down to 3.3, and I did that, but then I forgot to switch over to the RT version of the 15 speed. The RT version, I believe it starts at like 13.2 or 13.3 is the first gear, the ratio on it. And so you can go a little bit higher. Almost went with a 3.7 on this, but then the big thing for me is I kind of looked at the loads and I was like, well, I mean, you saw it, you're either doing crude for 95,000 pounds or you're doing 45,000 pounds with ethanol. I knew I wasn't going to be hauling heavy today, so I just decided to go with the 3.55 and make it a little bit quicker. I've been building a lot of trucks lately that's been like all right, we're not going to be a speed demon, we're going down the road, and I'm spending 3/4 of my time on the highway just trying to get up to that speed because I'm worried about like hauling something heavy. So for a change, I'm not going to haul something too heavy today, just going with a moderate load. I do like the challenge of hauling heavy or heavier, or I'll just put like a 50 or 60,000 pound load on and I'll try to pull it with 375 horsepower or something like that. I'm thinking, well, you know, they did it back in the day, right? Well, yeah, they did, but it took them twice as long. Thanks, buddy. You gonna make me get a ticket? So I was in, thank you, buddy. So that's what it's like if you have the Angry Driver mod on. They just kind of do whatever they want. No regard at all. Schrute Farms, bed and breakfast. Yeah, this Tremcar is pretty cool. Yeah, and get that beacon in the back. You see it? There on the left. Maybe you see it. Is my head in the way? No, you guys can see it. And by the way, see if I can do this. See those two axles lift up? The front and the back. So now we're only riding on the middle. I'll go ahead and put those back down. I don't know if you're supposed to do that while you're driving. But that's pretty cool that it comes with a couple lift axles. Watch your head. Just try not to hit all the signs with the camera. Even has a placard in the back. It'd be cool if I could switch out the placard. But then again, if you're only running ethanol or crude, it really doesn't matter that much. It's just cool to have another trailer in here. And of course it's going to be done to the same quality. It might not have like a ton of options like his other paid trailers, but what is done well, as usual. Got the chains there on the FLC. I just had that from a previous build. I don't think I really need that for this load. As we're already speeding again. But see what I mean? It's just the overall look. It's done well on the inside. It just, you have that feeling of what I've seen, at least on YouTube, from classic 80s truck. And Freightliners are some of my favorite. I know a lot of people are like diehard. They're either Peterbilt or they're Kenworth. I don't really know, as a non-truck driver, as someone who drives fake trucks online, I don't really know if I'm in one camp or the other. I especially like Freightliners though. Nice FLD, FLC, FLB, all day long. I think if I had the opportunity, because I'm not going to be a truck driver, but if I had the opportunity to pick one up, maybe do some work on it, or just do some light driving on the weekend or something, just that, because like if you had enough money to just have one, because I'm not going to be a truck driver, I'd probably pick, I'm not sure if I'd go the cab over route, or with the FLB, or would it be like an FLC? Question for you guys. I don't see a whole lot of FLCs around. Like, there's not a ton in the game. People don't really talk about them nearly as much as they would talk about like a 389, a 379, a 359, a W900. So what's up with that? Is there something, like, did people not like the FLCs? Were they known to be not great? I don't know I just love the Freightliner dash and the whole look and feel. You get that on an FLB too. But I don't know, you just don't hear about FLCs nearly as much as you hear about some of the other models. I don't know if it was like everyone steered clear of them, or maybe there aren't too many models out there. I wouldn't mind taking a look at an FLC in person. That'd be kind of cool. This traffic is getting a little crazy here. You guys are supposed to be, this is an angry driver mod. You guys are supposed to be angry. Let's hit the gas. Never seen so many people who are supposed to be angry driving slow. Now this truck is blocking off the fast lane. That guy's the angry driver right there. Just ruining everyone's day. Just trying to get within like 10 miles of the speed limit here. go and hit cruise control. I don't know if an FLC had cruise control. This Jake is really good. Looks like I missed that one. Oh, come on, Shroot. Well, at least you're cutting in front of me instead of staying in front of me. So we're getting over to the right here. Coming up on Kirksville here pretty soon. 20 miles. Just checking out the rest of Montana with you guys. Really liking it. We're coming up to speed now. And I love keeping it kind of low here. Anything up to about 1500 RPMs. Even though the speed limit's up to, well, it's going back down to 60. Love keeping it at 1500 or below. Assume we're going to the right? She said keep right, right? Right, right?
Right! Right!
Get that Jake off. We're coming into a town here. Looks like we are. This would probably be Kirksville, I'm sure. There it is. Kirksville welcomes you. Another town hit. Nice. There's only a couple more that I haven't been to. It doesn't show on the map because I've been doing them in like 5 or 6 different profiles, but pretty cool. Pretty cool little detail. Even to have that little walkway on top for access, it's pretty cool. Gotta love the details. Oop, didn't catch that one. Didn't catch that one. See if the lights changed in the inside. Yeah, you can see some of the sun coming through. Look at that wear and tear on that clutch there. And look, you can see wear and tear like on the mats, on the flooring. That's so cool. It just feels... This truck probably, in my opinion, because of all of those details, it just feels like a... I don't know the right way to put it. It feels like an old classic truck. I mean, a classic, it's in the 80s. It's not exactly a classic truck, but it's not modern. You can tell the lights are a little bit dimmer, especially at night on the gauges. It reminds me a whole lot of some of the older like pickup trucks, and the lighting that you see on the dash wasn't so bright. And even just down to the color of the light. It just gives you this feeling of immersion. Like the stock right there attached to the right of the steering wheel. And all the wires. Oh. Crossing a cut plane, I guess. So we could get a garage in Kirksville here too. Do I need to get fuel? No, I'm good. Still a little bit under 3/4. And that's where we'll be dropping off here pretty soon. So there's the garage here in Kirksville. We got a Home Depot. Let's take a look at that. Zoom in a little bit. So we're turning left into here, huh? There we go. So where are we going with this? All right. Marigas off to the left here. Right next to the Chevron. And I can't remember because I've got it changed different in different profiles. Am I going right to the flag or am I picking? Looks like it's the flag. I'm going to go ahead and, before I drive in there and get on the approach, I'm going to go figure out exactly where they want us to park this thing. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're right there. We could go around. Maybe that would be the easiest. Because it doesn't look like we have a whole lot of room to back in. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go around the building. Alright, get the windows down, 4-ways on. Start in second. I think I can do that. Yeah. Didn't even use the deep reduction gears, the 5 low gears on this 15-speed. Guess kind of a weird spot to be dropping off. Just parked right next to a building. Thought I would go into some facility or some place that was going to make it a little bit easier to drop off, but I don't know. At least it's one of those places where it's like you see other tankers in there. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can switch views here for a better parking spot here. Oh, even went out too far. Might have to back up a little bit. That's okay. It's not too far off, but we'll fix it. There we go. Alright. Hit the horn, let them know we're coming back. Decent horn on it too. I'm going to switch over to mirrors because we've got good visibility on the mirrors. Ooh, too late. Too late on that. I'm usually really good in the cab. Third person is where I suck, but pretty much all around today. That's looking pretty good. Straighten that out just a little bit. And there we are. Get the 4-ways off. We're hardly out in the middle of traffic. Parking brake, or parking lights on only. Engine off. Oh, I didn't even... Yeah, I did set the parking brake. I'll do that again. Alright, welcome to Kirksville. Thanks for coming along on the drive. This little, I guess we call it a Mint Chip FLC. And this new Tremcar released from PIzzster. Again, it is free with your purchase of the $389. Not a bad deal at all. And don't forget to enter the contest for this the trailer giveaway that I'm going to be doing on Sunday's video. So get your make sure you enter by Saturday. Probably Saturday by noon. Shortly after is when I'm going to be recording the video for Sunday. So make sure you enter for that. If you like what you saw here, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell if you want to see all my videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.